Will Dragon's strength live up to the hype? So if I were to ask you, where do you think Monkey D. Dragon scales in One Piece, where would you have him? Most people do think he is considerably strong, but that usually differs to some extent, with some thinking he's in the top 5 to 3 or even higher. But is he stronger than someone like a Shanks, a Mihawk, or even an Akainu? It's all speculation at the end of the day, but today I'll try and show what I believe makes sense about Dragon's true strength. So we gotta take it all the way back to Dragon's introduction in chapter 100. And this is where I'd imagine many fans of the series would latch onto Dragon as being a big dog in this world of One Piece, as his introduction had this weird, mysterious, but also monstrous presence as he saves Luffy, who we find out is his son later on. The atmosphere immediately shifts as he stops a Vice Admiral and Smoker seems pretty shook without him doing all too much to him. And after this we would see what we assume to be him create a huge gust of wind sending Marines flying away, which is most probably due to his speculated Wind Devil Fruit, which is pretty much all but confirmed. So later on, of course, we would find out he leads the Revolutionary Army with some admittedly strong members, with an impressive second in command of Sabo, with Dragon said to be the most wanted criminal, most probably granting him the highest bounty in the series. This is a basis that I'd assume is about half of what makes people think he is so strong, in which it does make some sense, as I personally don't think it would make all too much sense to have this massive target on his head, while not also having some higher tier of power to back it up. Especially after seeing he had association with the Marines, he probably had to have had some sort of higher rank to know about some of the things that he does know. And let's go off the assumption that he does in fact have the highest bounty in One Piece. Looking at every single bounty well into the billions, and generally speaking, the higher the bounties, the stronger the range of character it is, with the sole outlier being Buggy, which we all know why he got that. Now, once again, I'm not here to convince anyone Dragon is the strongest, but there is some logic you could create to at least put him in a super high tier of power. Regardless of what anyone thinks, we don't know anything super concrete. So I just want to make some understanding about what he could be with such little information we have. The final thing to really touch on is the final war of what is presumably the final act in One Piece. And there will be a point where Dragon will need to face off against an Emu or a Kainu or someone in that realm, and I don't think it would make too much sense narratively for him to beat these characters. Could he give them a pretty tough battle? Sure, but to say he's as strong or can beat these characters doesn't make sense to me. There's too many narrative ties from especially Akainu to Luffy and Sabo for one of or both of them to take him out and not Dragon. If anything, it would make way more sense for Dragon to lose to Akainu, granting another thing he's taken from them. That being said, and not going into too much speculation, Dragon is made out to be a strong character in my opinion. But do I think he'd be stronger or really on par with the likes of Akainu, Blackbeard, Shanks, or Mihawk? Probably not. I just personally don't believe it's needed for him to be that strong, as well as them all just having more concrete feats and statements and really narrative importance later down the line. I just can't really say that as of right now. Maybe I'll get proven wrong very soon. I mean, anything is possible at this point. At the end of the day, it's just mostly headcanon with Dragon anyways. But let me know what y'all think about him. That's all from me. Peace.